Moin from self-isolation here in northern Germany. Today is day 8 of our self-ordered isolation, and before I dive into this video I want to wish you all a happy Sunday. I'm sending you all very positive vibes and I want you to sit up and take a deep breath and maybe even try a smile. Now, if you have been following the news as regularly as we have here, then you know that Germany is counting close to 20,000 infections by now. And even though the death rate is relatively low, the situation is concerning to say the least. Chancellor Angela Merkel said in her speech the other day that we are dealing with one of the biggest challenges as a nation since World War II. But this is about all the negativity you're gonna get from me today, because I've decided to make a video about the 7 positive takeaways from COVID-19. And if you're struggling to see the bright side in things right now at the moment, if you're feeling down or depressed, then definitely please keep watching this video. The first good news is that people are finally learning how to wash their hands properly. If we had been washing our hands as thoroughly and as often as we do throughout COVID-19, then we could have prevented not only this virus, but many other viruses in the past from spreading as they did. That being said, sadly, not everyone has access to sanitary facilities as we do, and UNICEF even says that 1 out of 3 people around the world is not able to practice proper hygiene. That is absolutely shocking, and I think we're beginning to realize that when things like an epidemic happen, it is totally not sufficient to only have improved sanitation in our own home country, and that we need to have it all around the world. The same accounts for healthcare systems, by the way. There's a fantastic video on that issue called COVID-19 is Our Future, and it absolutely went viral here on YouTube. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out after you finish watching this video. It is the much needed call to action that we need to work on equity regarding healthcare systems and sanitation all around the world. And if we do it right, that we might actually be able to fight a future epidemic that could be much more serious than COVID-19 is right now. Number 3 of my bright news today is that we're slowing down. And I'm not talking about Greg and me in particular slowing down, but about our fast-paced society. We always want to do things bigger, faster, better, and we hardly ever take a step back to realize what we have and appreciate it. Coronavirus has been slowing me down, and I've been practicing gratitude for my own health, for my family's health, for the many beautiful moments that I've been able to experience over the last couple of years traveling, and for the freedom to create on a regular basis. Because if anything, we do have a lot of time right now, and the one thing that we should take away from coronavirus is to practice gratitude for the things and people that are currently in our lives. In her speech, Angela Merkel said that one of the hardest challenges for the German government right now is to restrict free movement and to reintroduce border controls within Europe. And as a traveler, I'm totally with her on that. But with every day that we spend in isolation not traveling, we're actually reducing our ecological footprint and are for once doing something good for the planet. And I know for a fact that people like me wouldn't have stopped traveling for good unless there was a serious issue like the epidemic COVID-19. On the same note, mass tourism problems have just been solved overnight. Places like Rome and Venice are absolutely empty right now, and while of course no travel is not the ideal case for those places either, a period of no tourism might actually help locals and the environment to recover and to get ready for when tourism starts to roll in again. It is also likely that tourism won't go back to normal as fast once the epidemic is over, because people will probably be generally hesitant to travel again. So, as much as I dislike being stuck here for God knows who long, there's definitely a couple of really relevant, positive side notes to the fact that we're not able to travel right now, at least for the environment. One thing that I've been preaching my clients pretty much since I started working as a freelance social media manager is that the internet is not our enemy. Digitalization is a good process, and in times like this it can actually be incredibly valuable for the economy. Imagine all of this happening without the internet. Not only would we get incredibly bored and less connected, a lot more businesses would have to shut down and lose all of their profit. At least this way, a lot of companies are actually still able to work in home office, sell their products and services online through e-commerce, and also connect with their customers through online platforms. I'm up here with Greg in his editing suite now, and one of the points that I want to touch on is that coronavirus actually forces us to stay creative and innovative. And I think you've been the best example of someone who has lost a major part of his business for the next couple of months, like not unforeseeable future, but foreseeable future. And you've been really positive about it. So I wanted to ask you what you think is the silver lining on this whole coronavirus situation regarding creative process.
Like creative outlet?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we have to be innovative with our ideas for video creation because I usually create videos when traveling, and because we live nomadic normally, that's my inspiration.
And what have you been doing?
Well, I go back to my to-do list. I've got a video creation list of videos that I want to make in the future. So I'm always kind of updating that and looking at the ones that I can do if I'm not traveling.
Yeah.
And I mean, right now I'm editing the F4 project from America in January, which is a huge, huge undertaking. So I spent a lot of time the last few days like really digging into the details of that because it's a much bigger edit.
Yeah.
And I've only really ever edited over 45 minutes a couple times. So
yeah, so you're catching up on old projects.
I guess so, but no, because I was going to do this anyway, but it's the more of the idea of having like a really long edit, like 45-minute edit. For those of you watching this who
Now's
edit
the
videos,
time for that.
you know, that's a big undertaking, and I'm just kind of getting into the nitty-gritty details of that, trying to make the best quality product that I can for those guys. So
yeah, Greg is also playing with, apart from that, we've also been playing with positivity or like taking things lightly and keeping things funny on the channel.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to be super negative.
No.
That's like the easy way out, and that's never been my outtake on life, so I'm not going to start now. But you touched on the positives in this video, right?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So I hope that you guys are seeing the silver lining for yourself in your own creative process.
If you do, and what you're seeing and like which positives you're seeing for yourself, for your creative process, or in general about the whole situation, because I think there's quite a few things and we need to realize what they are and not only hold on to the negatives. That's the positive note of this video. And I want to close it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of the next videos and that you're all staying safe and healthy. Bye for now, and tschüss from Northern Germany.
Tschüss! I need to introduce Miss Nellie Winter here, who also has a YouTube channel.
Link in the description.
And she has decided to grace us with her presence to help with this toilet paper shoot.
Yeah, I mean, I usually shoot bathing suits and beaches, but today I've come out here today to shoot toilet paper with you in the wild, and it's been a lot of fun already. And I do hope that Heidi Klum sees this, because Germany's Next Top Model is on right now, and it's fantastic for my portfolio.
Really? Did you know that I created the